One of these days, I hope to be able to do a voiceover in one take. I think right now I'm on like number 15. It is late. I want to get this video posted. I can't seem to get the right script. Anyway, we're just going to keep on. Cutting to establish the length, not trying to be too technical. Right now, you can see that it's not straight. That's okay. I'm going to texturize it. We're going to get there. She has so much hair that when you watch the video, you think it's looping around. It's not. It's just the different layers. So it takes a little while to establish our guide from the bottom layer to the top, but we'll get there. I'm going to stop right now and let you just watch. I'm going to come in and comment and then, maybe pause it for a little bit. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. What you'll notice here is I'm just kind of evening up some of it, trying not to cut past that first knuckle. Once you do a blunt cut, always have your client put their chin on their chest all the way down so that you can take out that little hair that's always going to hide underneath that first layer. You can see here's another area, but the video moves faster than I'm talking. Anyway, I'm still taking hair down, still establishing that first length. Her hair, she dried it herself, and you can see areas there that we have to go back and flat iron here in a few minutes. Working through the hair, pulling it down layer by layer, flat ironing the areas that need a little extra attention. It's probably just a hard area for her to reach, so I bumped it again. Starting to get a little more technical here, making sure you don't cut your guideline. Making sure it's all even. Now, we're not really trying to have an angle toward the front, but I pulled it back there. Still just getting it straight. The flyaways are bad. I had to put a little water on my hand. You can see the difference. Water will always take out the static. I guess I was thinking about what I was doing there. It took me a minute, didn't it? I think hair cutting is my favorite. You can just make such a difference. If you have a client with this much hair, it takes more than 30 minutes to make it look right. Take a little extra time with people with the thick, coarse hair. It is exactly how you retain a customer, by putting those finished techniques that makes them feel like they have a hairstyle and not a haircut. In this next frame, you're going to see a little bit of hair that was hiding underneath. Just straighten that up. It's still not perfect. We don't need it to be perfect just yet. We need the length to be right, but as far as the texture, we don't have to do that right now. That's a lot of hair. Still cutting. Still pulling sections down. Still cutting straight across. This haircut would have been a little more simple, but I had that tripod and I'd have to move it around so that you'd get a good shot. Look at all that hair. Still just trying to just get it straight across there, not worrying about all the details. I decided it's about time to get my shears sharpened. See, I wasn't able, that hair was being pushed and had to finally just put it in my hands and take that out. Just working the hair, making sure it's all right. Have them look down. Do a little V cutting that just blends the ends. Do a lot of combing on a haircut like this. Point cut again, just very fine, very fine. Now this is what I do and have always done. I don't want to see the cutting marks, so I take the bulk of the ends out from underneath. You cannot use this technique on someone that does not have thick hair. I guess if you're careful, you might not gap their hair, but it would be so easy to take too much out. So this needs to be practiced on a mannequin before you do it. I've been cutting her hair for years and taking out that volume, so I know there's not anything I can do to really mess it up. Just take that bulk out. It's a lot of feel versus technique. You have to just touch it, and you'll see here as the video goes on that I'll ask her, feel this, where's your thick spots? Because what's thick to me or thin to me may feel different to her, and she's the one that's going to be maintaining it, after she leaves me. But again, this gives you, she just said I don't want layers, so the only way to take out the volume is to cut it underneath. Oh, there's the thinning shears. I do straight up. This next one's better. Straight 45, and I work myself up to a 90. Those are just your regular thinning shears. Had to get the flat iron back out. My carbon comb, it will not melt. I've used these for years. Take out a little bit of that. You can cut the first cut up and down, but tilt it out at a 45. Let's see if I do it here. I didn't do it there. Move her head around. I'm probably a little bit rougher. I am her mom. Can y'all imagine how much fun this was having to braid it? She's had this much hair since she was 4 years old. All right, straight in, angle up, taking it out. In, 45, and angle it out. And I just do this over and over and over again. 45. I got fancy on that one. I just did it vertical. Like I said, you're not going to hurt her hair. I'll use those thinning shears, but it's just easier for me just to use the shears. Take out what I want to. Continuing to take out the extra bulk just around the outside bottom. This section reminded me to kind of give you a little tip. When you're doing this, do more of that mid area section as far as thinning out those ends. I probably wouldn't want to do that to the very top layer, and I know I don't want to take too much out of the bottom layer, so just do it in that mid section. Again, you'll see me here in a minute. I'll say, tell me where the heavy spots are. And she'll put her hands in there and she'll say, well, this is heavy here. And this feels, just cut some out of here. It's what she'll say. So we'll just take it down until, and both sides are not the same, heaviness. So I may cut more hair off of one side than I do the other, but that's up to her. I'm really loving how this is working. I thought of something else, zigzag parts. When you get closer to the top, do some zigzag parts. It will really make a difference. Did you see what I just did? I moved some of that out of the way so that I didn't take off too much. I remember when I was in school, my instructor would say, don't render a shape shapeless. And what he meant was cut what you needed to, but don't cut too much. And I've always protected a haircut by taking that very top layer and getting it out of my way, because you sometimes can use that as a cover if you're going to make mistakes, especially starting out. Still flat ironing, taking time through the bottom, really cutting that into the neck. Do you see how that's forming? It's not really a layer, it's just stacked in there good. Well, you can tell people have already started doing the 4th of July thing. Can y'all hear that in the background? Firecrackers. It's after 10 o'clock and people are shooting firecrackers. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.